Hi, today we're going to be working on Lesson 2 from Module 1 of the 4th grade curriculum. Yesterday, the last lesson that you worked on was Lesson 1. And Lesson 1 was just kind of a review of the place values, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, understanding that it takes 10 of 1 to bundle it to make 110, or 10 tens, bundle it to make 100. So today our goal is basically, it's pretty much the same, but we're going to understand and recognize that the digits, a digit in a number, any number, represents 10 times the value of what it represents in the place to the right. So the same digit. Alright, so last time we used this place value chart. Now I need you to get your place value charts out, and I need you to pull it out of the plastic sleeve and turn it around, and then you can put it back in the plastic sleeve. Okay, so you want to see on the top, you want to see this one that says, it's kind of broken up into thousands and ones, and it goes from 1 to millions. Okay. Very good. Now, you're going to need your homework sheet and this problem set. Alright, so we have our labels of our place values. We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. That's as far as we went before. So, what I want you to do now is on your board, write the multiplication sentence that shows a relationship between 100 and 1,000. This is a review of what we did before. So we have 100. We want to make that 1,000. What do we need to do? Okay, so we know that we need to multiply it by 10. So there's 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would bundle those, we'd move it over, so it would be 10 times 100, which is what we just did. 10 times 100 equals 1,000. Okay? 10 times 100 equals 1,000. Alright, so now, what do you think? I'm going to erase, so I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to put 1,000. What do you think we're going to get if we multiply 1,000 times 10? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we multiply this by 10, and we move it over, we get 10,000. And what do you think is going to happen if we multiply 10,000 by 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to move it over. We get 100,000. Okay, so now if we do that again with 100,000, we have 1, multiply it by 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 1 million. So here's your millions, 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. They're all labeled for you at the top of your chart. Right. So, just like we did with the ones through thousands, what do you think is going to happen if we have, let's say we have 4 10,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think is going to happen if we multiply that by 10? Okay. I think, I'm going to use a different color, but I think what's going to happen is we're going to end up moving all 4 of these over here. But they're not the same value, right? Because each of these we're going to multiply by 10. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many 10,000s do we have now? Yeah, we have 40 10,000s. Oops. We started off with 4, right? 4 10,000s. Multiplied by 10 equals 40 10,000s. And that equals, we keep going, so we move all of these over to here, and we get 400 thousands. Okay, 400 thousands. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get out our problem, or not our problem set, our homework. All right, the homework is on page 49. Lesson 2 homework. Okay, so get your pen out. All right, so let me make this bigger so we can all see. All right, so as you did during the lesson that we just did, we're going to label and represent the products or quotients by drawing discs on the place value. So the first thing we need to do is, we have a place value chart. It has no labels on it. So that's what you got to do. You got to label it. Ones, what comes next? Tens, next. Hundreds, next. Thousands, next. So we have ones, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. And if you noticed when we saw our chart here, it's a little big right now, but when we saw our chart here, it kind of was divided. Why is that? Because we have ones, tens, hundreds. Then we jump to the thousands. That's now our unit. Ones was our unit here. Thousands is our unit here. So thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So we got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then we have millions. What do you think would come next? Yeah, it would be 10 million. Okay, so thousands, then we have 10,000s. You can abbreviate thousands, THOUS. Okay. And then we have what? 100,000s. And what's our last column? Millions. All right, so now we have 10 times 4,000. So we need to start with 4,000s. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 4,000s. And we're going to multiply that by 10. So we're just going to make an arrow and we're going to multiply it by 10. Multiplying by 10, you move to the left. So 4,000s times 10 equals 4 10,000s. So 10 times 4,000s equals, how many thousands would this be if we multiplied it by 10 and we wrote them all out? Well, let's do that. So we'd have, if we counted these by tens, so we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we count all those by tens. We'd have 10, 20, 30, 40. We'd have 40 thousands. So there would be 40 here. So 10 times 4 thousandths equals how many thousands? 40 thousandths. Okay, 40 thousandths is written like 40, 0, 0, 0. So we moved our 4 over here, which moved these over. So now they're no longer here. So we now have 0 here. And we have 0 here, and 0 here, and 0 in this place value. So if we write 40,000, we write 4 with 4 zeros because there's nothing after it. Okay. So let's go ahead and do 4 divided by 10. So if you multiply, I want you to take some notes in a little bit. Actually, we'll take those notes in class. But if you multiply by 10, you go to the left. That way. If you divide by 10, what do you think you're going to do? We're going to go to the right. So if I have, again, you need to label these. I'm going to use just letters for ease right now. Ones, tens, hundreds, th for thousands, 10 thousands, 100 thousands, and millions. So now I'm starting with the same thing, 4 thousandths. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now I'm going to divide it. If I divide it, I'm going to move it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 thousandths divided by 10 equals what? How many hundreds? 4 hundreds. Okay. And then 4 hundreds, we divide that by 10, we get what? 4 tens. And that equals how much? 40. Okay. So I'm going to draw a line under here because I'm getting confused. So that's that problem. So 4 thousandths divided by 10, put a divided by 10 sign here, and a divided by 10 sign here. When you divide by 10, you go to the left. When you multiply by 10, you go to the right. All right, so now solve each equation by solve for each equation by writing the solution in unit form and standard form. So now we need to know what is unit form, what is standard form. Well, unit form is basically writing everything out in whatever unit it is. So looking up here, this would be 4 thousandths. So it would be like this. This is unit form right here, 4,000. Standard form is this. This is actually what? 40, but what unit form is, what place value is the 4 in? The 4 is in the tens place. So this would be 4 tens, would be unit form, which is right here, 4 tens, unit form. So now, solve each expression by writing the solution. So we're solving for it. So 10 times 3 tens. Now, if we need to get out our I'm going to fold my paper so we can see everything all at once. Alright, so if I get out my trusty little place value chart and my marker, I can say, okay, 10 times 3 tens. So I have 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. I need to multiply by 10, which means I go to the left, right. So those 3 move over here, and we end up with unit form. How many do we have? We have 3. What are they? Hundreds. How do you write this in standard form? Well, you would write 300, so it would be 300. Because remember, we moved these over there when we multiplied them by 10. So now we have 500s times 10. So, looking at our chart again, we have 500s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to multiply them by 10, so we're going to go to the left. We end up with 5 what? 5,000s. 5,000s written in standard form is 5000. 5,000. Okay. So now we have 9 10,000s. So we have to go to our 10,000s column. We have 9 10,000s and we're going to divide it by 10. Okay? So 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dividing it by 10 means we're going to go one place to the right. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 10,000s divided by 10 equals 9 thousands. Or 9,000. Oh, now we're going to go the other way again. 10 times 7,000. Okay, so 7,000. I want you to do that one on your own. Come back and check your answer. I'm just going to do it on the paper here. Okay, so on my paper I have, let's see, did you get the same thing? 10 times 7,000 equals 7 10,000s or 70,000. We say that's 70,000 in standard form. So I had 7,000s. I multiplied it by 10, which moved them all over here. So I crossed them off here and moved them over. So now I have 7 in this spot, which is 10,000s. 7 10,000s. And then everything else becomes a 0, so my standard form is 70,000. Alright, so we're going to solve for each expression by writing the solution in unit form and in standard form here. Now, this is a little bit different. I'm just going to make a chart at the top of my paper. So this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. I got one extra. Okay? So, if we have, you can do this for each one. I'm going to do it for the first one, and you can do it for each one after that. So I have 2 10s and 1 1. So 2 10s and 1 1. I'm going to multiply it by 10. So this times 10, 2 10s times 10 is 200s. And 2 1s times 10, so that gets crossed out, and that gets moved over, and that gets crossed out. So 2 1, or my mistake, that should be 1 1 times 10 equals 1 10. So 2 10s times 10 is 200s. 1 1 times 10 is 110. This is your standard form. 200s, 110. What does that look like in standard form? Well, I have 2 here. I have a 2 here. I have a 1 here, and I have a 0 here. It's 210. 210. Okay. So 500s and 5 10s times 10. Well, I'm going to start with the first one. 500s times 10. So if I'm going to hundreds, I'm going to go to thousands. So 500s times 10 is 5,000s. And 5 10s times 10 is 500s. Okay, now I'll look at my place value chart because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to write this in standard form. I understand this part, but when I get to standard form, I'm a little confused. So, how many thousands do I have? I have 5. How many hundreds do I have? I have 5. How many tens? None and no ones. So my number then becomes 5,500. 5,500. Okay, if I have 2 thousands and 7 tens divided by 10. Okay, so again, I'm going to use my place value chart to help me. So I have 2 thousands divided by 10. Oh, well, now I need to go which way? This way. So divided by 10 equals 2 hundreds. And then I had, so these are gone. And then I had 7 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to divide those by 10. And I get 7 ones. So how many do I have here? I have 2. How many do I have in this column? I don't have any because I moved them over. How many's in this column? I moved those over too, so there's nothing there. And how many's here? Right, we have 7. So the answer to this one is, how many hundreds do we have? 2 hundreds. And 7 ones. So then we have 2 hundreds and 7 ones. That's your answer. You can leave off the first 0. All right. Now, I want you to go ahead and finish this on your own. When you come in tomorrow, we're going to talk about the next one and the word problems and see how we're doing on this. Then we'll go on to the problem set and you'll finish with the exit ticket to make sure that you understand. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.